Wow, do the goodies just keep on coming? I guess updates for the Quest platform are just gonna keep coming for us. And today we've got quite a few exciting ones, as well as other news about AR and VR. Oh, and Blade and Sorcery is out. And just before we hop into the video, we have now surpassed 100,000 subscribers. And I just want to say a huge, massive thank you. I'm not going to go into the fully blown thank you today. That's going to be in the live stream later on. But yeah, that's just incredible. Let's get into the video. So first of all, get ready for a massive performance boost on the Quest platform. This is a really significant one. This isn't 5 or 10%. This is up to 70% of a performance boost. Application Space Warp can give Quest apps 70% more performance. We've had so many different boosts, so many different upgrades to the Quest platform during the last few months, and now we're also getting an up to 70% higher performance on Quest apps, which is so unbelievably exciting. Quest headsets will get a new feature called Application Space Warp next week, letting apps run at half frame rate by generating every other frame synthetically. Application Space Warp is enabled or disabled by developers. It uses the depth buffer and motion vectors, both provided by the game engine, to extrapolate a plausible next frame for every real frame. The depth buffer is a low-resolution version of each frame, representing the distance of each pixel from your eye instead of color, while the motion vectors represent the movement of pixels from one frame to the next. This means that apps using ASW for the Quest 1 will be able to render at 36 FPS, while on the Quest 2, developers can choose between 36 FPS, 45 FPS, or 60 FPS by changing the refresh rate mode. So this is going to give a huge boost to Quest apps, because they will be essentially able to render at a much lower frame rate, and then ASW is going to take over and extrapolate those frames. Meta says when the overhead is taken into account, ASW can give apps roughly 70% more power to work with compared to rendering at full frame rate. That's the kind of jump usually seen between hardware generations. It could lead to noticeably higher fidelity graphics or even new games that wouldn't otherwise be possible on standalone VR. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. I am so excited here. For example, we've got Resident Evil 4 VR running on the Quest 1 for some people, kind of dropping frames in some places. It seems now people are coming out saying it's actually not running entirely perfectly. But if it could use something like this, well, the game would have more overhead, rendering at a lower frame rate and possibly having less of those frame dips and crashes. Same thing now with Blade and Sorcery that has come out. Some people are saying they're getting frame dips, which surprisingly doesn't make them love the game less. And this could help so much. This is so cool. As Upload VR says, this is the jump usually seen going to the next generation, and it looks like Meta can just do so much with the Quest 2 that they can kind of avoid that next generation for another little while. Sure, they can't fix things like FOV, which a lot of people would love, a much higher FOV, but it looks like things like this, they can seriously boost with just good software. And now again, seeing more of these more demanding games and kind of higher fidelity games coming out for the Quest platform, well, this is going to come in super handy, and I cannot wait to see how well it actually works. Let me know what you think about all of this down below. Talking about a little bit higher demanding games, Blade and Sorcery Nomad is out for the Quest 2. The second it came out yesterday, I bought it. And just in case you don't know what Blade and Sorcery is a physics-driven combat game, and it's still best in class on Quest. But the finished game remains just out of reach. Blade and Sorcery is still a work in progress on the Quest platform, but that doesn't mean we don't get to play it. In fact, later on in development, Blade and Sorcery will actually support mods on the Oculus Quest platform, which is insane, because when we first heard about Blade and Sorcery coming to the Quest, well, it was just a myth, kind of just like something that we thought may or may not happen. Not only did we think that the possibility of it actually coming to the Quest platform was going to be super low, but we thought mods were going to be pretty much impossible. Looks like we're wrong there. But this is yet another game that is Quest 2 exclusive. I bet people have tried it on the Quest 1, but I actually haven't checked that out yet, so I can't speak for the results. But it looks like we're getting more and more Quest 2 exclusives. I wonder whether with the new ASW, a lot of these games could be ported to the Quest 1. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Overall, Blade and Sorcery seems to have a very good review rating on the Oculus Store, and people seem to love the game. It's not downgraded in its physics mechanics whatsoever, and I can actually play it now with the new Space Sense feature, because I no longer have to worry about punching walls or people or my bed frame. So, That's really cool. Once again, another epic upgrade for the Quest 2 that has come out for productivity. If you guys use the Quest 2 for productivity and maybe use the features of, the keyboards being overlaid in virtual reality, you're gonna love this one. The Quest 2 can now label keyboards with AR in pass-through. An update to Horizon Workrooms on the Oculus Quest 2 adds the ability to overlay AR labels onto your tracked keyboard when using pass-through mode. So, sometimes in pass-through mode, it's not exactly the highest fidelity pass-through mode we have. It's black and white, and it's kind of hazy. So seeing keys in that can sometimes be a little bit difficult. But this feature is one of the few added in Workrooms 1.1 update. As previously reported, the update includes support for M1 Mac models, but also in quicker connection to your computer via Oculus Remote Desktop and more intuitive whiteboard design that lets you use your hands more. So overall, in case you guys use Horizon Workrooms for productivity, which I know quite a few of you do because you've been telling me in the comments section, well, you now get this update to go with it. And hopefully in the future, we get more and more of these. So it's not going to be just Horizon Workrooms that supports this, but other apps as well. Because I would love to take advantage of this with literally any keyboard. I would absolutely love to take advantage of this in, say, for example, virtual desktop, staring at my monitor, but seeing my keyboard right here overlaid with its letters. I would love that. Imagine spawning like 6 monitors around you. Goodbye real life monitors. Goodbye the storage capacity in my room not allowing me to buy that many monitors. That would be just so cool. And I do think that in the future, VR and AR may possibly make real life monitors and TVs just obsolete. If we can have 6 just kind of floating around us, why would we buy them in real life? If we can have them be any size we like, why would we buy them in real life? And just worry about those space constraints, Facebook is hosting an AR hackathon for any of you interested. Facebook, aka Meta, is hosting an XR hackathon ending on November 22nd, with a first place prize in one of the 4 categories, winning $55,000. You can find out more information on the website, or of course by reading the Upload VR article that I'm going to have down in the description below, as usual. Entries will be judged on a scale of 1 to 5 points in each of the 3 sections, covering the originality of the idea, the potential for a strategic impact on the given product category, and overall implementation. Entrants will need to submit a 2-minute video with a screenshot of the application working. And in the case of those entering work with the Presence platform, there will also be a need to be a GitHub link and a README file with instructions alongside an APK to download and test. In case you guys are interested in the hackathon and want to enter, you've got the full article down below as well as the website in case you want to check it out. And in case you do, I wish you the best of luck. Definitely quite an interesting one, and possibly gives possibilities to quite a few people. Niantic is hosting a Lightship AR dev kit launch on November the 8th. So in case you don't know, Niantic has actually been in the AR space for quite a while now. I mean, we know Pokemon Go, but they actually acquired some AR glasses in the past. So Niantic, the technology company behind Pokemon Go, is set to launch its Lightship AR development kit on November the 8th. There's a registration page for the Niantic Lightship virtual global launch event, which kicks off at 10 a.m. on Monday, November the 8th. But there aren't too many details yet as to what's going to be announced, other than an early look at what's being made on the platform during a private testing period. So I don't know, we might honestly stream this one. I'm very interested in AR, and I'm always super excited to see new hardware. And considering it's on November the 8th, I don't think I'm doing anything that day. This could be quite a nice one to check out. And of course, we've got Project Cambria 3D models leaked by Basti. So these models, I believe, came from the 3D map that we originally got, and they look quite exciting. I mean, we've seen it during the event, but now we get some fully blown comparisons with the Quest 2 controllers and stuff like that. Overall, Project Cambria looks as slick as ever, and I cannot wait to see it coming out next year and just see overall the price of it and the specs of it. I'm super excited, even though we roughly know quite a bit about it because of the leaks. In fact, we know more from the leaks than we do from Facebook Connect, but I do love to see myself some 3D models. And of course, now that we know that no new Quest Plus is coming out this year, or so it seems, the Quest 2 has grown to 35% of SteamVR headset usage after everyone went to buy a new headset after Facebook Connect. Some people are going to hate it, some people are going to really enjoy it. It just kind of shows you that this isn't stopping anytime soon. The Quest 2 will continue being king on pretty much most platforms, and whether you like it or not, it's really expanding the reach of VR. It's made 6.VR more accessible than ever before, and this really shows you that. That figure was revealed with this month's update of the Steam hardware survey. The Quest 2 claimed an additional 1.84% of the overall headset usage over last month, growing to 35.02% of the total share. So there you guys go. That is it for today's news video. Let me know what you guys think about all of these topics down below. How do you feel about AR and maybe Facebook's XR Hackathon? I feel like the XR Hackathon could really give hope to quite a few developers trying to make it, you know? It could put them out into the spotlight. So that is all really, really cool. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day or night, and I will see you guys during today's later on live stream. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comments section below. If you guys are not yet part of our community but would like to join us, check out that Discord down below and check out that Reddit, where I want to see you posting your spicy memes. Thank you all once again so much for 100k. I honestly still can barely believe that we're here, and it's just so unbelievably surreal, and I am so happy that you guys enjoy the content enough to smack that little red button. Thank you so much to the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys honestly help me out so much, help me pay my bills and just buy better gear. Talking about better gear, by the way, we've now got a dummy battery inside the DSLR, so no more batteries dying during live streams or videos. So thank you to everyone who suggested that. And if you guys would like to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick mugs down below that boost your FPS by 300%, and merch that does not put a huge ad on your body. And if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel daily, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.